The Night Shift is a real-play D&D video and podcast series for mature audiences. Content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions.
Last time on The Night Shift.
If you're up to it, the next step is to, well, visit the crime scene.
Yes!
Yeah.
I can't scrape together gold. My soul's already sold. So if you're trapped under a spell, I wish you well. And if a creature roams your streets, you'd do better to retreat. 'Cause if you want it done right, don't hire the night shift.
Polartus finally opens the door. You've been walking through the halls of the Sarayan Archive, this massive library, for it seems like a long time, just because there are so many twists and turns and staircases. You've had to stop every 50 feet or so that Polartus can explain why he's taking you to the place that he's taking you. There are lots of people standing around looking serious. No one, unlike the previous times you've been here when people have been studying, everyone is kind of standing around looking upset, even though this is days after his murder. This sort of thing doesn't happen. The head archivist doesn't just get murdered in his own office. It's unheard of. People are shook, and it's kind of dripping off them. Finally, Polartus swings open the large oaken door to Exinidor Alfiron's, what used to be Exinidor Alfiron's office. And the first thing, I think, that hits you is an iron smell of blood. It's still spackled all over the walls and dripping all over the floors. His body is gone, but that certainly remains.
So if it was his office, who moved into it?
No one as of yet.
Okay.
And you can tell that. Like, it's very much been left in its current state. They've got fantasy crime tape across the door.
Of course they do.
Yeah, it's very obvious no one's using it right now. It was left in its current state.
Polartus, so how does this work now that Exinidor's gone? Who becomes the head archivist?
There will be an election of mages. Several people will probably put their hats into the running.
Do we have a list of those people? Because that's our suspect pool,
It would seem that would be as good a place as any to start.
right?
But it was my idea, not Kestrel's, to be clear. I kind of opened the door for it.
Okay, yes. I can get you a list of who they presume to be frontrunners. I'm certainly one of them.
Interesting.
Really?
Why would you be considered one among them?
I was Exinidor Alfiron's assistant for the better part of 3 decades. I learned at his feet. And
And you wanted to step out of his shadow, didn't you?
No.
You wanted a taste of the limelight.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, to
It
be
was
fair,
like
you know.
losing
Somebody
my
had the
I'll remind you
most
that
to
you're under
gain.
Okay.
We're not at
Chill out,
trial.
Kestrel. He did give us the benefit of the doubt
Stricken
not
from
too
the
long
record.
ago.
Very Mariska Hargitay vibes going on over here.
Yes.
Don't
I
worry.
see we are back to being investigators.
Polartus sort of smirks and goes, there is blood all over this room. Can I just get, a little serious, okay? I know that you're sort of fun vibe.
It's like a thing, though. You know, it's
Okay, you know what?
cracking wise and whatnot.
Just do it your way. You're right.
It's not a thing.
It's worked for us so far.
Okay, well, Kestrel starts walking around the office, stroking her chin.
Hmm.
Very
And I'm gonna look at Kestrel, and I'm gonna start
Detective-wise.
stroking my chin.
Then we all
kind of
we all
walk around
start
the
follow
office.
the lead. Everyone's stroking their chins.
And I
What do you
feel
all have,
like
beard
Yeah.
lights or something? What's happening here?
Yes.
Uh,
No, we're thinking,
yeah,
Polartus.
yeah,
We're thinking.
absolutely. But I did it first, Just so you know.
There seems to be a lot of blood in here. Hmm.
Very, very astute
The
observation.
game is afoot.
Yes.
Player just rubbing his head already. Similar motion as rubbing your chin, but with much more frustration.
Is there somebody there that I can ask to go fetch us some coffee or something?
Player just groans. Ugh.
You go.
I was warned about these guys.
In all seriousness, I would like to roll for.
I will arrange
For coffee?
victuals and coffee. We do need to sit down after you're done. There were some things that Exinidor left for you,
Oh,
but I'd like you to do your investigation first.
For us.
In a will.
For you, yes.
Wow. Can't believe you remembered us.
If he left it for us, why are we the first suspect?
It's a good question. I was kind of wondering the same thing, but
I would
Well,
assume
I'm not gonna-
anyone left in that will.
I can maybe answer that.
Okay.
I haven't told anyone that he left these things for you.
You didn't
He instructed me to keep it
secret.
close to.
okay, so that's another reason why you believed us. Then. Okay.
yeah.
Ah,
Mm,
the secrets of Exinidor Alfiron.
yeah.
Sounds almost like a movie.
Secrets
Yeah.
of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
The secrets of Polartus. Too.
all right.
God, I can't wait to be played by Jude Law. Just so fucking excited.
All right, great. Yes, the coffee would be great.
So Polartus goes out, speaks to someone, and comes back in. In short order, victuals, coffee, tea, alcohol are all brought in.
Ooh.
Everybody,
Vittles.
assuming you're trying to make an investigation roll, make your investigations rolls.
I was going to
Can I do it with advantage since I was the first one?
Since you're the first one to stroke your chin,
Yeah.
you think that that's worthy of advantage?
I think so.
I
I'm
think
asking
so.
you objectively. Do you think it's worth advantage that
Yes, I
you're
think
stroking
so.
your
Oh,
chin?
Jesus.
Yes. Along
Well, I'm really
Sherlock Holmes
helping
reference.
her with coffee and stuff, you know.
Okay. Timbo's helping you, so you do have advantage.
Sweet.
There you go.
Timbo doesn't roll himself.
Thanks, Timbo.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm looking at the blood stain really hard.
Which one?
All of them.
Okay.
13.
13. Chuck? Or
Two.
Attilius, rather? Attilius gets a 2.
Two.
So Attilius, I'm going to go ahead and get
Tripped
you out
over
of
my
the way.
own feet trying to get to the coffee.
Attilius goes and starts looking sort of behind the desk area, and he's looking at all these books. And Tom, I think you're the person who notices that he's standing in the pool of blood while he's looking at these books.
Well, given that I rolled a 4, I'm going to walk up behind it, and I'm gonna scamper
gonna
up
join
his
me.
back, and I'm like, Attilius, what do you see? Is there like a book in there? Is there
As he
a
tracks
clue?
blood up my back.
Is there a
He wants
clue?
to get on top
Is there
of
a
my
clue
shoulder.
in there?
Kesher, you go to 13 with advantage.
Yes.
Wow, you guys are investigators indeed. Because you're not investigators, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Okay, with the 13, I think the first thing you notice is that they are treading through all of the blood behind the desk.
Guys, there's
And-
a book
and I
on
feel like-
werewolves over here.
And I feel like the blood is important.
I would say so. Yeah, so, yeah.
This isn't just
Evidence that
normal
there was a
blood.
murder. Yeah.
It's gross. It's not like we have, I don't know, fantasy DNA. Do we have fantasy DNA?
I love that Kesher's approach so far is the John Mulaney mop it up gag.
Gross.
I mean,
Mop
what-
it up.
What level of forensics do we really have
I mean,
here?
Yeah, seriously.
Also true.
Okay, with a 13, I think what I'll tell you is, first of all, you'd notice that they're treading through it and making a bit of a mess of it. But secondly, I think with a 13, what I'll give you is, if you remember, your name was written in blood, in his own blood,
Okay.
on the blackboard.
How do we know that it was his own blood? Do we have fantasy DNA? Are we able to compare?
Polartus told you that it was his own blood. I think that's probably what you have to go on.
Okay.
You can ask Polartus that if you'd like.
Okay, so the first thing I do is I immediately shove Attilius and Tom. Get out of the blood! Get out of the blood!
Hey,
We're gonna
hey,
track
hey.
it everywhere.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, didn't even
Sorry.
see that there.
Didn't even. My feet are so large.
I thought you were onto something with the book, personally.
Myself, I thought I'd found something as well.
Polartus comes back in, and it looks like a bloody Marauders map in here. Just bloody footprints to and fro.
And I'm down, like, using, I don't know, Attilius's cape to scrub some of the footprints.
What are you doing, Kestrel? Why are you tugging on my cape?
What if we...
But I think the second thing you notice, beyond that, is you can see where he was very clearly stabbed, sitting in his chair at his desk. There's a big pool of blood there. It was the dagger of
He's
Yak.
not there anymore, right?
Correct.
How close
dagger
is
of Yak,
how close is the board where he wrote her name is to his
It's like
desk?
20 feet.
Okay.
So it was the dagger of Yak. So he was stabbed, bled, threw up there. All of that is still there.
Wow.
Then he drug his body a pretty good distance over to the blackboard.
Clean up the throw up at all?
You asked
Over
if
to the
he
blackboard.
cleaned up the throw up?
He's a
Wasn't
wizard.
the priority at the
He's a
time.
Yeah.
wizard. It could have just been a simple like.
And you can see
Yeah,
where
that's
his
true.
body was kind of laying when he, supposedly he, wrote Kestrel on the blackboard. What's peculiar about it, Kestrel, is that he could have written it on the wall, kind of right in front of him, because he's laying down. You can kind of tell by the smear. But instead, he would have had to strain to reach up and write it on the blackboard instead of the wall.
I want to.
I feel like maybe he wrote it on the blackboard because even after
Or
fantasy
he didn't write it
forensics
at all.
came in there, well, if he did, he wrote it specifically on the blackboard and not on the wall because if it was wiped off, there'd still be traces of it there.
I wanted to do
More so than it would be on the wall, maybe.
What about? I want to do an Arcana check on the blackboard. I'm going to rub my chin even more vigorously while looking at it.
You want to rub your chin more vigorously. An Arcana check
I
on
will
the
also rub
blackboard.
his chin more vigorously.
Yes, rub my chin. I roll that at advantage, I assume.
That's got to be.
Let's say he helped you in some way other than that.
I hold my
creeps me
inspiration
out.
die in my hand.
Am I,
as
do
write
I,
his
can I
chin.
do an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Arcanic ability. Yeah.
Am I really at advantage?
Yes.
Okay. 14.
Presumably Attilius is actually helping you and not just stroking your beard.
15.
15. I'd say that just does it. You can't quite tell how, but it's very clear to you that this blackboard is enchanted.
Ja. Why do you think
well-
I did the check?
Well, I'm going to keep going.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
hold on.
Go on, yeah. I got excited.
There's more. You can tell that it's enchanted, and it's enchanted to hide things, in addition to just being a blackboard, right? Why doesn't everybody do a history check for me?
Ooh. I'm not that good at history.
It's a 1. But I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Relax.
9.
5.
Oh,
61. Oh, it's a 19.
2.
okay. No one else
That's a
remembers.
21.
No one else remembers, but Tom.
Yeah, of course.
The moment you realize,
Yeah, of course.
in fact, you say that it's an enchanted blackboard, and everybody else is like, I mean,
Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't
cool
sound
story,
right.
bro.
I'm telling y'all it's enchanted. I can
Okay.
feel it.
I know that you're vigorously stroking your beard, but it looks really fucked up to me. So can you stop?
I'm thinking.
You remember, Tom, that the first time you came into this office, Exinidor was writing on this very blackboard. And the minute you started talking and he realized you were there, he waved his hand and everything disappeared.
So I wave my hand.
In a you just start sort of waxing on and waxing off.
Kestrel helps.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
What are we doing, guys? Wave my hand too.
Well, just walks back in and you're all just waving at a blackboard, just like hello. Hilaire does. What are you doing?
Wait, with magic.
What sort of magic?
We can't tell you. It's very
Well,
secret.
one time whenever we walked in, Alfiron was writing something, and he waved his hand, and then it all went away.
Yeah.
Does this blackboard have memories? Can we tap into it somehow?
I'm a little embarrassed to admit I don't think so.
Is there
I
a
don't
switch or anything?
Some buttons,
know. You start
perhaps.
feeling all.
Yeah,
over.
I'm just feeling along the edges of it.
I don't think this blackboard is magic.
Is it
I'm
hollow?
gonna feel really stupid if it is, but I don't think so.
Well, why don't you do an Arcana check?
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's an idea. Hilaire just walks over and does an Arcana check.
Hey, Polartus, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think you're getting the job of head archivist. I mean, Feels like you shouldn't have had been led to that one.
Fair enough. Polartus walks over and starts sort of examining it, and in a very odd way, almost like he's like looking at the wood really closely, running his fingers along. Like it's like very it's a very textural investigation for an Arcana check.
I'm gonna copy him.
But eventually, he sort of stands up and scratches his head, and he goes, "You know what? I do think it's magical. I'm a little embarrassed. He never showed me this.
This can stay between us. if
It
that
has a
helps.
password of some sort, I'm sure."
Access 123.
Bell.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Bellot. Elvish for friend?
No, I got it. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. So
That's just not the
is
password.
it gonna work?
I pull out the wand of reversal and I just wave it and just say, "Show me something."
Oh shit. Okay.
Show me something.
I didn't
That
expect
actually
that.
makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah?
expect that. That's actually really good. So technically, it's like a counter spell. So
Exinidor is great.
Xenador was here.
Yeah.
But
I
what,
like-
was...
It's a
Yeah.
heart, and it's a Xenador plus Polartus forever. So sweet. I see why Polartus
Oh,
is so
how
upset
sweet.
now.
Yeah.
Poor
Heartbroken.
chap. I can't believe we accused him of killing him.
He really was heartbroken.
I think when you use the wand, it works. I think it, the whole blackboard, erases. It's like there's some random writing, including Kestrel's name in blood still, which is dripping down. The whole blackboard just sort of erases itself. The blood stays, and then it kind of spreads back across. And what you see is this incredibly elaborate,
equation
Or-
that
yeah.
solves gravity.
you know, God, you're not super far off. Formula on one side, and on the other side, a series of drawings of spheres and lines, and but it's clearly like one side depicts one thing and one side depicts another, and it's a little unclear to you as to how they work together. Polartus, for his part, gasps, and looks like pretty distraught. Like if you look back at him, like he looks upset actually.
Because we figured it out and you didn't.
I think that's a lot of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a little bit of it is that you figured
Son
it
of
out
a
and he did.
bitch.
Because
And that you
Tim
knew it was a
figured
thing
it
and he
out.
didn't.
I can't.
I
this is
just put the
gibberish.
wand back in
Timber.
my belt.
Wow.
Well done, Timbo.
Can you read this stuff?
I'm gonna take that ale now. It's
Okay.
time to move on from coffee and to ale, I think. No, I don't know. It just shapes, mate.
It looks like some sort of
It's a formula.
important thing.
I believe
Atilius?
might be able to decipher these.
Okay.
Oh, because you can read languages.
read
Yes, I can read languages.
So
would that fall under this or no?
I don't think so. Well,
Math is just like a language, man. It's like a different
man,
language.
I'm open to that argument,
Universal
kind of.
Yeah, it's a universal
Um,
language.
I mean,
think,
it says you can read all writing.
Uh,
I think we'd have to fudge that quite a bit to say you understand the math. But,
Gotcha.
Okay.
but I do think it's worth like. I think what's evident to you, Atilius, based on that scale, is the left side of this thing, instead of what everybody else sees, which is circles and lines, you can read the little labels, which are all written in Celestial. Does anybody else speak Celestial?
negative.
No.
Do I have fucking wings on my back? Halo? No. I'm a halfling.
It's a really, really aggressive reply to my question. But okay.
Common, druidic, elvish, goblin, half.
Oh, wow.
And what you can read, Atilius, are it's in Celestial, but it's the name of the planets in the heavens above you,
Okay.
and stars, and the sun, all of those things. Polartus, for his part, is now up on the right side of the blackboard, like scanning the formula and trying to make sense of it.
Polartus,
Yes.
do you know what this is?
Yes. No, and yes and no. He didn't.
Yeah, you're
study.
really not getting that position, buddy.
Yeah.
Not selling it, pal.
Tell us what you do know.
He didn't study these things. This wasn't his area. On the left here, you've got celestial cartography, planetary movement. On the right side, you've got orbital mathematics.
What are you talking about? I don't even understand these concepts. What are these
Oh no, like
words?
astrology. Like I'm a Pisces, right?
I thought like the Earth.
You're a
was-
fish? I thought you were an elf.
I
I'm
didn't
very
know.
confused now.
It makes
Planets?
sense to me.
He's-
Wait, there's other planets.
Oh wow.
Like
yeah,
the moon's not just
There's a multiverse.
like in our planet, just like a part of the sky. Like that's a different place.
that's a different plane. Yes. Boy, that's not even like you were gonna struggle with these mathematics.
Wait, what now?
Take a drink.
Our
Jeez.
planet. There are others like it, and for years now, scientists and magicians have tracked them, and been able to see them. But I don't know anybody who has projected their placement in the sky like this, and I don't know why he would do such a thing.
Like a prophecy that comes out of planetary alignments.
Nothing here indicates prophecy, but that doesn't mean it's not the case.
Are the other planets flat as well?
Wow. Jeez. We should have a separate discussion.
I'm so confused right now. I don't even know what you're talking
I got to
about.
be honest. We got in over our head quite quickly there. Kessler, you seem to be holding your own here. You maybe know a little more about this.
I mean, I like reading
planets.
books, so I've heard of some of these concepts
Well-
before, but I don't really know much more than that.
So I mean, give it to us in halfling terms. Like, what are we looking at?
There's other worlds?
You don't know what this formula does at all.
This formula on the right appears to predict and project where the planets on the left, each of them will be at a certain time.
And what's the significance of
That's
that prediction?
I have no clue.
Oh,
Also, can you tell us where the planets are going to be so we can, like, I don't know, jot it down in a notebook? One of these guys can. I probably won't.
I appreciate your commitment. He kind of gives you the sense that he can give you what those coordinates would be, but it's not going to make any more sense to you than it does to him.
Guys, do you think it...
Doesn't you could later.
hold up now. So okay, ow. Sorry, I hit
What's
myself.
the loot there?
Hit myself with my
Tom?
loot. So you're
Listeners, T-Bop just
Whacked himself.
smack my bass, my guitar. So are you am I to understand this that you're saying that Exinidor may have been traveling to these other planets or realms,
he
if you
was
call them?
tracking
Was
them.
that how the shimmering blue figure handed me this wand?
That's what I was kind of thinking as well. Yes,
Portals. He was creating portals.
portals, Polaris.
Nope, there's nothing there. That's not anything.
Moving through space and time. That would explain how
This
we
formula
got that.
in particular tracks where our planet is forward and backward through time. It's an orbital mathematical formula for how our planet travels in an arc through space.
Flying through space.
Kestrel takes a piece of parchment paper and some ink and just starts copying down whatever we've seen. So we can have it on hand later.
Yeah.
Like a photo, if you will.
Like a photo. I will.
It's a good idea.
Thank you.
Timbo just drinks an ale.
Yeah,
Scratches his beard.
Oh, space. So well in space. Flying around red planet. My God.
I reckon I don't know much about this.
I mean, Timbo, wait until the family back home hears
I
about
mean-
this one.
I have a question. Could I possibly use Eldritch Invocations to figure out what any of those equations mean on the board? You learn fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue with an abiding magical ability.
Is that a feature or trait?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So Eldritch Invocation is like a Eyes of the Runekeeper and Agonizing Blast are like they're like skills within that Eldritch Invocation. So here's what you could do. You could ask your book. You could ask your tome.
Uh-oh.
But you happen to know at this point that there is a cost for that. Any knowledge you gain, it has a price.
Don't do it,
Matter.
Attilius.
I don't think
Not yet. We're not. We still have a lot of other things to investigate. We still could get a natural 20 somehow.
I just need to add a 0 to all the 2s I'm rolling. All right, I'll hold off on it for now.
But Polartus, I do have a question. Do you think this equation, whatever it might be, is worth killing for?
Oh, that's a good question.
I without knowing what he was using it for, I'm not sure, but it does seem like he thought it was worth hiding and worth highlighting to you. I did think it was weird that he didn't write your name right in front of him on the wall. He reached up and wrote it on the blackboard instead.
So, what do you think? Well, what are the things he left for us?
Say again.
What did he leave for us?
Do you want to go look at that now?
Yes.
Does the blood
Yes.
cover up any
Time.
sort of important writing or anything?
No, I would say the blood is like just beneath where the formulate ends.
Okay.
And are you certain that the blood writing is in his, I don't know, scroll?
He had blood all over his right index finger and middle finger, and it does look like his script. With
Wow.
that said,
A man committed to his penmanship.
with that said, I mean, yes, he was in his death throes. Could someone have made him? Possibly.
Is there anything else in the room
It sounds
we're
like he was
overlooking?
trying to get us to look at the board.
Can we do this spell?
There's no spell to be done here. This
Oh.
is math.
I still don't understand.
Is there? Do you understand this well enough, Polartus? Like, do you?
Why would he be tracking the planets? What's
Is there a time where this formula like hits? Like, or could we say like in 4 days we will hit a point that this formula equates, and we will Mercury will be in retrograde or something?
So I understand it well enough to know that this formula tries to find the arc of our orbit. It does not try to pinpoint a specific time. It tries to figure out, no matter what time, if you used this formula, you could then figure out where the planet would be in space.
Would it set up to make it like to cast a spell if something was aligned properly, it would make the spell more powerful? Say Zedric trying to kill all the damn dwarves.
Mm.
Don't know.
Could be an amplifier.
Kestrel gets down and looks at the blood more closely.
You want to roll an investigation check?
Sure. I must.
Do you want me to scratch your chin?
I'm already doing it.
All right.
16.
Gross, mop it up. No, I'm kidding. Looks like blood. In terms of how it, what it tells you, I think it is evident to you as you sort of follow the line. He was stabbed in the chair. He dragged his own body all the way over to this blackboard. He propped himself up in front so that he could write on this blackboard, and then kind of collapsed back into his own blood. It's very faint, and it sort of gets lost in the shuffle, I think, because particularly because of Attilius and Tom's footprints. But you think that there might be a footprint, actually, in the middle of this sort of final puddle, but the footprint doesn't go anywhere. It's just one footprint in the kind of semi-congealed blood that's it.
I want to
Polartus, look at this footprint. Does that look like Exinidor's?
he comes over and crouches down and looks, and he kind of makes a face. He's not used to looking at blood this close, but he shakes his head. No, he didn't wear this sort of shoe or anything.
I want to run and
Just
dive
one footprint.
headfirst into the blackboard.
I thought you were going to say blood.
No, into the bad blackboard. I want to run and dive headfirst into it.
Athletics check.
To do what?
That is a let's get to my bad. Sorry, 19 plus that's a 20.
You slam into this thing so hard that it cracks.
Damn it.
Crikey!
You might have a concussion.
Ow!
It just goes, what in the... Why?
I thought it was going...
You thought it was a doorway
I
somewhere?
thought it was like a Mario 64 thing, and I was going to dive
that a
in, and it
portal?
was going to shimmer, and I was going to be in another plane, and
No, it's a blackboard.
Ow, I see that now. Fuck.
Ow, man!
Why?
I told you, I thought I had it.
Probably
I
hurt.
thought I had
Not
it.
a
I thought I
crash.
had it. I thought that was it.
Oh, my
You
neck.
didn't want to test about putting your finger through? You wanted to dive?
I mean, I thought it was like a platform 9 3/4 thing. Full
He's gonna
commitment.
run.
You got to be full commit.
You got to commit.
You thought the
No, my
blackboard was the
goodness.
portal to another realm.
Yeah, look, man, a lot of crazy shit's been said in the last few minutes, okay? I don't think that's a crazy...
mathematics, right?
I didn't even know the concept of space 5 minutes ago. My brain is leaking out of my ears.
I have to side with Tom on this.
Okay.
And
Should
maybe you just didn't do it right.
Try again.
Should we get to the gifts?
Yes, Tom
What
is
about this
concussed.
footprint, Kestrel?
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
take,
right,
I
right,
take
right,
another
yes.
piece of parchment
Yeah,
paper
sorry.
and I put it over the footprint so I can get like an imprint.
Polaris
This
says, let me
This
see
is
your
gonna
shoe.
be big, guys. This is gonna be
Huge.
big.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
Polaritas points out that it's just one. I mean, you've noticed it as well. He just reiterates, it's just one footprint. There's not two, and they don't go anywhere.
Must have a peg leg.
Yeah, some sort of one-legged man.
Almost certainly looking for a one-legged man.
Ooh.
That narrows it down
Who can
significantly.
fly. Because there's only one.
What's above us? I look up.
Only sky.
Oh, well. What's above you?
Or the murderer is doing like an arabesque, and he's like leaning.
What's an arabesque?
Isn't that like a ballet thing? Where
Oh,
it's like
okay.
on one. No. Okay.
Well, you're in the wrong crowd to
Yeah.
be describing ballerina moves.
It's kind of where I'm going, though. Like maybe they came down from the rafters or something.
Like Mission Impossible style?
Yeah. Or
Tom
So-
Cruise never touched.
you know, from
the
a
floor.
curtain.
That's
Sure.
true. That's true.
So what's above you is think of it kind of like it's kind of a bad example, but stay with me, like a sunroom. What's above you is like a glass bowl, sort of from your perspective, it's convex,
Kind of like a little observatory.
like an observatory.
Yeah.
So above you right now is blue skies, sun, etc. But you can see that it kind of magnifies what you're looking at above you. It's like being inside a telescope almost.
Is there a telescope?
Not in the room, no.
Hmm.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Bill's driving the carriage. There's a lot of. Unfortunately, you guys have been stopped for. It's been like half an hour. You're in the middle of Dragonspear.
What is this Baton Rouge traffic?
I hate traffic.
Bill goes, I'm so sorry. I tried to talk to the carriage ahead of us, and they said that there was really nothing that they could do. And then they called me some names.
Bill, if you can't get us around this traffic, I'm going to go berserk.
Oh, well, don't worry about that, Timbo. Here, I've got some delicious drinks I've been meaning to show you anyway. Look at this ale here. Look at that. What's that right there on the front?
Well, it looks like my father.
Oh.
It's berserker mode. A Baltic porter with coffee and cocoa nibs.
Oh, wow.
In the background, Kestrel is singing, "Party carriage, party carriage."
This will take the edge off. I might be okay sitting in traffic in this carriage, party carriage. if I have a little berserker mode from Southern Prohibition Brewing over there in the fine state of Mississippi.
Oh, man. We
Ooh,
should,
it's got coffee. I've got caffeine. I'm just.
The kestrel is wide now.
I am wired.
Well, you're going to have to beat me to that stripper pole here in the party carriage. I'm about to hop on that thing.
Wow.
I'm about to spin around it like a little top, like a little spider monkey.
Hey, wait, Tom.
Go ahead.
Wait, Tom. Wait.
Come on.
Wait.
Is this 3-drink kestrel
Wait.
coming
I
out?
think this is
Wait.
it. We're seeing it now.
Party carriage. Party. Look, watch this. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna spin around. And I'm gonna do a flip, and I'm gonna land in Timbo's lap. Here we go. Oh!
Crikey,
You
missed,
have to
mate.
roll for that, dude. You gotta roll for that.
Acrobatics.
I rolled a 2. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, he does a flip and he lands.
Timbo, I guess you're pretty happy to see me.
Wrong pole, mate.
I didn't know that I was doing such a good job. I almost wish that I had it. Yikes.
I guess that's berserker mode now.
Yeah, I
Bill
think.
rolls up the window between his compartment and yours.
Yeah. I gotta want to see this.
Well, this party carriage is
Where did this berserker
quite
mode
fun.
come from?
Well, our good friends at Pelican Craft Brands have once again stocked our fridge with the finest of ales from around the entire realm. And berserker mode here, the Baltic Porter with cocoa nibs and coffee from Southern Prohibition Brewing over there in Mississippi. A great beer. Tilius, I know you're a big fan of Southern Prohibition.
I'm a very big fan of this beer and the brewery. They make tasty ales, and this Baltic Porter hits on all the right notes with the coffee flavors.
Hey, do you want to smell each other, Attilius?
Sure.
Oh my
And then
god.
Tom and Attilius start making out in the party carriage.
In the party carriage.
Party carriage.
Kestrel
party
leans over and
carriage.
throws up over the side.
I mean, we could be having more fun somewhere else, maybe, but I don't know. Like,
I'd like to get stuck in traffic with you fellas more often, I think.
Berserker mode.
berserker mode.
Indeed.
So what's this game, Magic the Gathering? What I've heard that.
Well, do you have some money that you want to spend?
Always.
Yeah.
You wanna
Because
wait?
there's a lot of magic out there.
You have a lot of
If you really
disposable
wanna go down
income.
this- if you want to go down this whole, Little Wars has a great magic community, don't they?
Yeah.
Every
Little
Friday
Wars.
night?
That's actually where I heard of it.
Look, I mean, if you haven't heard of Little Wars, you're watching this. It's a game shop in Baton Rouge. It's absolutely incredible. Whether you want to play Warhammer Fantasy, Age of Sigmar, D&D, Blood Bowl, 40K, any tabletop gaming, any board games. I mean, I love going to Little Wars legitimately.
So it's not just straight like fantasy and D&D stuff. You can, like you said, tabletop games like board games and stuff.
Everything.
I've learned one of my favorite card games there ever called
What?
Dutch Blitz.
Huh.
Have you ever heard of Dutch Blitz?
Blitz?
No,
It is a wonderful good game.
Whoa.
Oh,
And,
John, tell
and
me
it
more.
is
I'm
so
intrigued.
crazily addictive. Like a bunch
Ja?
of my friends over there play it, and it is so much fun.
It's just
Wow.
the cards, like a normal deck of playing cards?
Yeah, I'll show it to you later. Yeah.
Wow.
You're gonna wear some wooden shoes or something too?
I mean, it's cool though. It's like you said, Chuck. So it's not just D&D and stuff. You can go in there and you can test games. Like you can run through games that
Exactly.
you maybe want to buy. They'll play them for you. They'll DM it, run it, whatever. You can rent games. You can just bring friends in there and go play games. Like it's,
I've also
it's
gotten
incredible.
a lot of my dice over at
Yep.
Ah, yeah,
Little
okay.
Wars. A lot of good paraphernalia.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to have problems like finding a house to play a board game that night. Like so everybody had kids or whatever else.
Yeah, just go to Little
we
Wars.
Go to Little Wars. You don't have to like reserve a table or anything. You just show up. And
Yep.
as long as nobody's on the table,
You play.
I think now you're starting to have
Oh,
to
yeah.
reserve
It's
a
probably
table
crowded
now.
enough now.
It's a little
Yeah.
bit more
A few years
crowded.
ago. yeah. So and you just set up, play. They're awesome at like they'll walk you through whatever game. They'll show if you're looking for minis, they'll come and show you which ones are where. I can't tell you how many times I have put off my D&D prep until the last minute and then had to go buy a D&D mini an hour before a game starts.
Yeah.
And somebody walks up and says, "What are you looking for?" And I'm like, "Oh, I need like a goblin rogue who also has a hat for some reason." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we got that right here." It's pretty crazy how much stuff they have now. Because in years past, when you went to a gaming place, it was like slim pickings. Now, that place is stacked to the rafters with
Yeah, they have a wall of miniatures.
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah,
entire
and-
store.
And even though you could probably get a lot of that stuff on Amazon or like other internet stores, you go there for the community,
Yeah,
for the
You support
being there
local.
with your friends. Yeah, and absolutely, you want to buy local and support.
UFLGS, your
people.
favorite local game store. They are they're the best. And there's for the Marvel heads out there. There's a new Marvel game that they're all very obsessed with. That is kind of sweeping the store. I heard. And so if you want to play it, you can actually just go in and ask Van, and they'll run you through a game.
What's it called?
Can't remember that. It's not the LCG. It's not Marvel Champions, which I think is what the LCG is. It's a it's a miniatures game.
Oh, I like that.
Well, I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
where
about.
like
I
I
know what
think
you're
you
talking
battle like different. I don't know if it's objective based, but you have a squad basically. So, is that what it is? Marvel Crisis Protocol. Okay, there you go. So check that out. They have it there, and it's a huge community right now at Little Wars for you Marvel guys.
There you go, right off of
Girl.
Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. Little Wars BR on Instagram. Find them on Facebook as well. Odd.
Aw.
The number of
Tom's looking at
footprints.
something, but he's not sure what.
I have no idea.
Okay. Polaris.
Could somebody have lowered? I kind of like Timbo's idea. Did somebody lower themselves
Yeah,
from
but
that
not-
giant
no,
hole
yeah,
in
if
the
it's
ceiling? And
So to be clear, not like a hole in the ceiling.
no, I
Like-
know it's like glass, but
There's nothing to hang from.
Yeah, there's not really rafters or anything. It would have been pretty difficult, I think.
Yeah.
God, I thought for sure they stepped out of the blackboard. No,
Polaris just sort of. So, I think we found something. But do you want to see the box he left for you?
I reckon it's
Yes.
Yeah, probably
that
would
time.
like help. It could be a clue or something.
Could be something in there that might help us.
All right. And he sort of ushers you into this side room. It's pretty clearly Polaritus's domain. Like,
Okay.
he opens the door and it's like a much smaller chamber, not nearly as ornate, crammed with books. And he starts kind of swiping things off. He actually picks a pile of books off of this crate and then lifts this crate up onto his desk.
You're a little messy, Polaritus.
Yes, sorry. Excuse the. It's been a challenging.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Sorry. Okay, so I have a few things for you. He came into my study one night, and he was kind of giddy about this idea. He wanted to give you these things.
Yep. He loved us.
Yeah, I guess so. Just to be honest with you, I didn't understand. I still don't. He was really excited to give you these things, and he'd met you twice.
Mm.
So I don't really fully.
We leave a
understand.
lasting impression.
We
where
do,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, this isn't hard
You
for
can
us
be
to
our
believe.
friend too, Polaritus.
I thought we were already friends.
for us to believe. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Timbo said, it's not hard for us to believe.
Yeah,
we're awesome.
fucking great.
Yeah.
With a night shift, man.
Okay, so hey, he pulls up this kind of looks like a small crown or like a circlet, and he says, "This All he would say was that it was extremely magical."
Mine.
Oh, okay, and he hands it to you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Sure.
you just called it.
And you called it.
Nice.
Okay.
You know, okay.
Okay.
Tom's like, okay, well, I was gonna. Fine, whatever.
Didn't care enough to call it.
Yeah.
See her in a
Okay.
crown.
Do you want to roll an Arcana check?
Oh.
Sure. Yeah.
Put it on your head and jump through the blackboard. That's the key.
Could be.
Arcana. Ooh, 16.
16. Okay, so this is a crown or a circlet or a tiara, if you would prefer. It will change shape to its wearer. It lets you change any one word of a D&D spell,
Oh,
but
yes.
it must rhyme,
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, no.
and then the spell changes accordingly.
Whoa.
Oh, I remember this.
Wow.
Okay.
Do you want to look
You
at some
don't,
spells
you don't
here,
remember it. It's
Castro?
not a thing.
Yes, I do.
Nope, it's not a thing.
I do remember it.
How do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember this too.
It was in,
yeah, I read about
it
it
was
in a
another
book.
podcast.
Oh, was it?
I think so. I'll
There was-
remind you about it later.
There was one where you could change one letter of a word.
Oh.
I think
Mm.
that might be what you're thinking.
Yeah, I've never heard the rhyming thing.
I think there's a
either.
rhyme.
That's
thing,
interesting.
Yeah, I
So
like
it's-
it.
you can change one or both, but one word of any D&D spell. Now, it needs to be in your class, like druid or whatever. And then you can change the spell accordingly.
Wow.
And it's called the Rhyme Crown.
Power word teal. Just turn everything teal. Finally.
Love it.
Is
Perfect.
that what you mean by rhyming, though? It has to rhyme with the original spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it was power word kill, it could be power word bill.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. And Bill just gets
Yeah.
Bill
fucking,
just gets
like-
fucking
Oh,
stacked.
so like
Yeah.
the name of the spell.
the
Yeah.
name of the spell.
Yeah. Do you want to look at some spells?
Healing word, you could be like, okay, healing bird.
bird.
And the bird flies over and
Okay.
heals someone. That's the gist of it. Yeah.
Ooh, that could get fun.
That could get very fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, all of the uses, like the way it changes the spell is very much up to me. I can certainly reject, something too powerful, but I'm going to try and let you have fun with it.
That's a nice tiara there, Kestrel.
God damn.
And it has to
Exinidor.
be a spell that I already had in my arsenal.
If I get a lock of hair, I'm going to be pissed. To be painfully clear about that.
Oh, man. He turns around and pulls out a lock of hair and sets it aside. For you to cast the spell, it has to be in your family of spells, but it doesn't have to be your level.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can figure out a higher level spell, and what I'll do is I'll just scale it down to your level. Does that make sense? So if it were a level 9 spell, but you figured out a rhyme that works, I'm just going to scale the power of it down to a proper
Okay,
level.
but like, so it can be any spell, even though it's not in any of like the spells that I had as a character.
As long as it's a druid spell for you.
Okay.
But if like Tom's like, yo, give me the rhyme crown, then he could do a bard spell. Like
I
you guys
see.
can switch it off if you want.
Yeah, so it's not one-time use?
No, it's going to be
Once every
what did I
24
say?
hours or something?
Yeah, it's one exactly once per long rest.
Once for a long rest. All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. He reaches out and pulls out this big like club.
Yes.
So it's like a
I want to reach for it, and then Timbo just obviously just like reaches over the top of me and snags it.
Yeah. Just grab it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn it.
So once you grab it, you realize that, as you're pointed out, there's a chain attached to it
Yes.
and a ball that has sort of a spirally design on it.
Mm.
He says, yes, that's the snail flail.
Snail.
nail flail.
The snail flail always makes you go last in initiative order,
Okay.
but it is a +2 weapon if you go last. You have to be wielding the snail flail to have that effect, mind you. So if you pull it out mid battle, then you're gonna have to wait a turn until I can put you last in initiative order. Then you
So
can
what's a +2 weapon?
you get +2 to attack, +2 to damage. Pretty good.
Ooh.
Pretty sure.
What's the other thing called? It's snail flail.
The snail flail
Okay.
And the rhyme crown.
and the rhyme crown.
Which doesn't rhyme.
It's just not rhyme. I considered it.
I like it though.
He turns around and grabs a crossbow.
Oh. Yeah.
I reach over. He steps on my toe.
Tom clearly steps up to receive,
Yes.
and he places it in your hands.
And I fucking pump it. Like Terminator style.
It explodes.
It explodes in your hands. Yeah. Make an Arcana check.
What?
An Arcana check.
Okay. 13.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. This is the funny bone bow.
The funny bone bow.
Once per long rest, if you hit a character, hit a player, an enemy, with this bow, you can force them to make a charisma save. And if they fail, they collapse into debilitating laughter and are paralyzed.
Wow.
Yes.
Think Joker syndrome from the animated Batman series.
Yes. Or the Joker.
Joker gas.
Yeah. All right. 2 more.
Hey,
2
Castro,
more.
tell me my joke's not funny again. Fucking
Good.
dare you.
It's not funny.
No.
Pop, pop.
He reaches in the box and pulls out this like bracer, like a long bracelet sort of thing, and he He says, this can turn your enemies to stone, essentially. He called it the rock band. He thought it was very clever.
The rock band. That sounds like something that Attilius needs.
I'll take this.
Yes. Attilius, roll Arcana.
17.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So this is going to allow you to cast Flesh to Stone, which is literally like what it sounds like. It paralyzes your enemies. It has 3 charges. It does not reset. It has 3 charges, and that's it. Forever. However, it also can cast Stone Shape. Stone Shape is where you can like take any, I don't remember the exact thing, but it's like you can take 15 square feet of stone and reshape it however you like or something like that. We can look at the actual definitions.
Cool, dude. All right.
So it also has that ability. But the Flesh to Stone is only 3 charges, and that's it.
I'll be like, let's get ready to rock. Bam.
All right, last one. And he turns around and pulls out what
Lock of
all of
hair.
you as human beings, not fantasy characters, would recognize to be a baseball bat.
Huh?
Bill, this
Yes.
one's yours.
What is this?
Bill's like, oh, okay, yes. I'm so excited. I'm going to throw it at people's necks.
Bill.
He's like, right, this is
Aim it at people's necks.
This
Yeah.
is
Bill might need
the vampire bat.
What?
And he hands it to Bill. And Bill starts like checking his swing, like, yes, okay, what's it do? Well, it you can hit people with it, and whatever damage they take, you receive.
Oh, okay.
Like in hit points. Like you get hit points
Yes.
back.
Yeah, you leech it out of them.
But why is it called a vampire bat? Is it just
Because it's
strictly-
like taking
Sucking
their life
blood.
essence and
Gotcha,
making,
okay.
making it
You're
your
leeching
own.
their life from them.
Got you. Is it double effective against vampires if we run into a vampire?
Yeah, hard to know. Okay, that's what he had for you. He was very excited about this at 2 a.m. So
Did he make these?
I think he did.
that's what it seems like. Yes.
I wouldn't know. We don't know what a
So
baseball
why-
bat is, right?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Quite interesting that he got a baseball bat while he's doing all these celestial things.
Polaritus, do you believe after all of these presents that he would give to us that we would really go and kill him?
No, I believe you. Your story is too ridiculous to possibly be made up.
We believe you too.
About
Not killing him.
yes. Well, good, great. I don't think I was a real suspect, but I appreciate that. Anyway, it's sort of a preemptive apology.
It's pretty cool. What does it look like?
How do you want it to look?
I don't know. Let me think.
Feel free.
Okay, cool.
It definitely is somewhat shaped like a crossbow. That
Yeah,
part's
obviously. I'm
non-negotiable.
thinking like coloring, like gold plating, stuff like that.
Have we pretty much done what we can in the room? Or did we leave the room to go to look at get the items?
You left the room to come look at these items.
Okay, but there was nothing else back in the murder room.
You made your investigation checks in the room.
Okay.
So you've found what you're going to find from an investigation check.
Okay. Polaritus, is there anyone else we should speak to that's a possible suspect?
Yeah. I don't know. He was so well beloved. Most mages knew that his power was incredible, and frankly, it's hard to imagine who else could have gotten your knife off of you, stabbed him.
It
Returned
was
the
not
knife.
on me. I mean, I think we should go back over the story since you don't remember it very well.
Maybe you
I
should take it.
Wow.
sacrificed this dagger to this dragon creature lord on another plane. So if you know of anyone who can tell us how somebody might have gotten it back, that would be great. Anyone specializing in mystical planes? Or earth that consumes daggers? I don't know how this dagger came to be back up. I just remember sacrificing it.
We need a planeswalker. I've heard of such things. I actually don't know the planeswalker. I just know in D&D they're always talking about planeswalkers.
Yeah, there's a whole game called Planeswalkers.
I want to be a plane surfer. Much more badass.
I love it.
I need another pin. That ain't. God. We're over 2.
Yeah, we're not doing great.
I've decided also what I want in my crossbow.
Nice.
Back,
Whoa.
baby.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was good.
I want on the handle, like the drama masks, like the sad crying face and like the happy face. I want that on the hand, like the pearl handle and stuff.
Yep, done.
Beautiful.
Done.
Well, guys,
as far as who else you could talk to, Sir Trowbridge.
oh yeah,
All right, let's go
Yeah.
talk to
that's
Trollbridge.
right.
Yeah.
Trowbridge.
Trollbridge.
Yep.
Tro-
That's what we said.
Okay, well, whatever.
Troby.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll either find him or you won't. If I can be of help, please.
Yeah, could you get everyone to stop like trying to arrest us and murder us and bounty hunt us?
I'll try. That's a directive from the kings.
Can you do like a magic portal to Trowbridge just to open us up and we can go through?
I don't know where Trowbridge is currently, so.
Do you have a sling ring?
I don't have a sling ring, no.
You don't know where Trollbridge is?
Yeah, where would he normally
Yeah.
be hanging
Well,
out?
trolls like to go under
Under
bridges,
bridges.
so I'm a little confused by the name.
Rocks fall and you all die. Oh my god. The ceiling collapses.
Is there a bridge in the city?
I know what Trowbridge's estate is.
Okay, perfect.
That would be a good first
Yes.
start.
Who is he again? Who's Sir Aldous Trollbridge?
He was a confidant of Exinidor, a
He was
warrior
Alfiron's
of
friend.
some sort.
Who's the boy?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the other one that we have to
like
talk
Polartus
to.
was like his
Yeah, his
his
assistant.
mentee, his assistant. Trowbridge was kind of like his brother in arms and his confidant.
Drinking
Okay.
buddy.
Well,
buddy.
fuck, I guess we could just hop in our carriage and
Close
go on over there, huh?
compadre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say we do it.
I like that you're referring to it as your carriage now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
He said R.
Corvus, it's your dad's. It doesn't matter. All right, so you leave, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. On
Yeah.
the way out,
PT.
roll insight. Everybody.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no.
Ooh. I rolled a 19. What's my -2? 17.
11.
18.
18.
There you go.
Whoa!
It's a good team check, except Tom.
Well, I'm just looking at this fucking crossbow.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Tom's marveling at the crossbow and whispering orbital mathematics to himself.
Yeah.
He just looks mind blown.
Maybe you can help me with
No, I mean,
this.
bro, I'm just trying to understand that, like, that it's not flat. There's other planets.
It is Tom
Fine,
trying to
just
figure
like-
this out, not T-Bob.
like an actual space here.
Don't confuse the two.
Okay, I think the three of you, Tom is very sucked into looking at his new weapon. He's having a lot of fun. I think the three of you, on your way out, everyone still looks very serious. However, it almost seems like everybody is going out of their way not to look at you. You're being escorted by Polartus, and on the way in, people kept sort of nodding at you. They at least acknowledge your presence. Almost everyone is looking the opposite direction, down at their feet. And then near the door,
It's a
you see
trap.
what appears to be like a kid, like a 16-year-old, long robes, clearly part of the school of magic here. And he looks at you and then cuts his eyes towards the door and then turns around and walks away. But he is the only person the whole time who really makes eye contact with you.
Guys, I got a creepy feeling right now.
Should we
Yeah,
follow this?
I
Are y'all
do
catching
too.
these vibes?
Oh no, my shoelace is untied, and so I dropped
Yeah.
down.
Hey, Tom.
And I just turned to the
yeah,
side. I'm
hold
like,
up
oh,
a
hey, Kesha,
second.
what's up?
Hold up right there. Polartus, hold up right there.
What's
Have y'all seen how sweet this crossbow is? This thing. What are y'all talking about? What's
Bill,
going on?
take your bat out.
What's going on?
Bill hasn't even put it up.
Yes.
He's still checking swings.
Wait, are we about to get rowdy?
Something's making me a little nervous that there's
Yeah,
something waiting
don't
for us
know.
on the other side of that door.
Hey, Polartus, is there another way out of this castle?
Dozens.
Yeah. Can you take us to another one?
Sure.
That'd be great.
Sure. Which way would you like to exit?
Um,
This is sort of it's not only the main entrance, but also the closest to Trowbridge.
do we really
Like
feel
a,
like we can trust Polartus at this point in time? Like, does
roll
it
an insight check?
does it feel like Polartus maybe is setting us up here,
I don't know. I
or
kinda
leading
trust him.
leading
He
us
wouldn't have given
to
us
danger?
things.
I don't think. I don't think so.
No, that's not a good insight check on that.
What is it?
0. A
It's
2. A 2
minus
minus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You play it how you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think the way it would be interesting to play this is you are deeply skeptical of Polartus all of a sudden. You feel like maybe he's led you into a trap.
Okay.
I'm thinking like, an
Yeah,
exit
just-
through
I'd
a servant's
shoot
quarters or,
Polartus some
something
eyes.
a little bit more discreet.
Sure. Is the north side of the building fine?
Sure, that's great.
We
Why,
what's on
what
the
is it that
north-
you're doing with
I'm
your
What's
doing
on
hand?
the
hand
north
signals
side
to
of the
Timbo.
building?
I'm asking Timbo like what's wrong in our hand signals.
I give him some baseball. Like
Yeah, I
I
saw
tell
it.
him steal
I
second.
saw it. I got it. Okay.
I tell him
And now,
steal
okay, and so now I too am looking at Polartus a little sideways. Yeah.
What's on the north side of the building, Polartus?
Yeah.
It's a couple, three exits. I can go south if you'd prefer.
What do we when we leave this building? We have to be in a covered carriage, or we can't get through the town. No matter what.
Okay. I've got the crown. Right.
Okay.
I've got the crown.
Damn, this was quick. I expect you to use it now.
Yeah, I've got the crown, and I want to cast a spell. Instead of bark skin, I want to call it narc skin.
Oh,
And I
Oh,
want to
God.
reach over and touch one of the people that's like looking away, so they can become a narc and like tell me what's going on.
so fucking good. I love this item. Okay. All right. So my assumption is they're going to make a maybe a wisdom saving throw to see if they can.
Do you
fight
want me
the
to read
effects or
what
something.
bark skin says?
No, because it's kind of irrelevant at this
Okay.
point. I'm just going off of what narc skin sounds like.
Okay.
Ooh,
Shit.
nat 20.
What?
But
But this is too fun.
I know, I hear you, but we still have to act like it's a spell, though. It still has to have a mechanic. You know what
Yeah, and then I put my other hand on his shoulder.
And we roll again.
I mean? How about he turns around and he kind of like he looks very concerned that you've just touched him. He's like, I don't. There's people waiting out.
And I stroke his cheek.
God.
Wow.
Hey, it's okay. Is there anything you want to tell me?
He goes, oh God, no. Gee, why? Why are you touching me?
And then I'm at his like feet and I'm looking up at him like, hey, anything you want to tell us?
There's people outside.
Why won't you look at us?
And they're looking at they're gonna hurt. I think they're gonna hurt you. But why are you? Ooh, don't touch me.
Polartus.
Yeah, what kind of trap are you setting here,
There's
Polartus?
people outside trying to hurt us?
Lourdes goes, why are you asking me?
Well, you're leading us right out this door.
You said you wanted to. If I was going to set a trap for you, I wouldn't give you powerful magic weapons to fight that trap.
Yeah, that's
okay?
what I was thinking.
Yeah, he's been with us this whole time. He didn't have time to go set up a trap.
But there is a trap
He's
out
got
there, so
magic.
we need another
Yeah,
route.
And he's got a whole building full of contemporaries and such.
But again, he just gave us a bunch of
To do his
magical
The
bidding.
items.
dark skin guy runs out the door suddenly.
Ah, motherfucker. God damn it.
His natural 20, I think the way we're going to play it is he's aware you've cast a magic effect on him, and he's viewing it as like it was a threat to him. He's going to go tell these people that you're right inside.
We need to boat.
So I think as soon as he goes out that door, you're
Yeah.
aware like, oh, trouble's coming.
And as he's
Or
running, he
fight.
like yells at his boy. He's like, Billy, Tom fucked your wife.
He becomes a narc in every respect.
Billy's like, what? Tom? Not me, Tom. Different Tom. Tom that
Another
works
Tom.
there. Yeah.
Jeff?
Yeah,
Much
Jeff,
taller.
yeah, exactly. He like turns to Jeff, his boy.
Sounds like something Jeff would do.
Okay, Kestrel
Chad.
grabs the basically the collars of Attilius and Timbo and just starts dragging them the other direction.
Okay.
And I'm like, come on, Polartus, show me another way out of here. Let's go.
Polartus grabs an assistant and shoves them towards you and shouts a door's name. It's actually hard for you to hear. And he yells, I'm going to handle them here. I'm going to stop them from falling."
Wow. I'm really sorry, Polartus.
And you can see that people start like crowding through the door, and he kind of holds his hands up, and this bubble starts to emerge as you guys run away.
All right. I trust you again. For
This
now.
assistant leads you through some winding hallways, and he looks nervous, to say the least. And finally, you reach this little door. It's completely unornate in every way. It just kind of looks like an interior door. And he stops and sort of puts his hands in the door. And, you're going to leave this way. It's going to spill you out onto North Street. And you have...
Disguise kits?
Nice to meet you. I'm Jeff, by the way. I didn't fuck that guy's. I did.
We know you did. It's okay.
Come on,
It's
Jeff.
okay.
You did,
I don't
didn't
give
you,
a fuck
Jeff?
about that guy.
He's kind of a dick. It doesn't, he used to be a good guy. Anyway, look, I don't know why you're running. You guys are great. I've heard all your stories. You guys are, it's like really cool,
You were dropping eaves.
You want to come hang out with us? Like join the party?
We're not picking up another NPC.
Okay, sorry, Jeff. Sorry. I should have put it to the group first. I didn't mean to get your hopes up.
Jeff,
Okay.
you said this is going to spill us out onto North Street. We kind of need
Let's just put our hoods up.
some cover. I
We need our transportation is what we need.
I think your carriage is probably still going to be on the opposite side. Do you want me to go get it?
Yeah.
Just hop in and...
Well,
I go-
everybody's going to know that carriage, though, right? For us.
No, not necessarily.
No.
You did just buy that. Well, actually, you didn't even buy it.
Yeah, it's just the...
Oh, just from the Kestrel house?
Yeah.
It's just
From the
Cockris
Cockris
bought it
house.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, bought
right,
it
because
for
Bill got it first.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Jeff,
that might be the move.
Jeff, bring it
Yeah.
around.
Him and Bill should go and get the carriage and bring it around.
Well, not
Okay.
Bill, though.
Yeah, let's not
Bill's gotta
send
stay.
Bill this
Right?
time.
Because,
Bill might start to
giant
get
turtle and all
recognized.
that.
Well,
If he's driving it, like, they might know that that's,
So just, yeah,
us.
all right. Just
But
Jeff.
Jeff has to drive it, that means, for now. Or drive it around. At
Jeff
least.
takes off.
Yeah. All right.
Jeff seems cool.
I wonder if Jeff has a brother named Greg.
Huh. I wonder why he fucked that guy's wife.
You seen him?
And man, that dude just
next
totally
week on Real
was
Housewives of
Yeah.
Dragonspear.
narking them out. Next time on the night shift,
I pick up Tom and like have him like turn to where they can't see, and he sticks his fingernail and starts throwing up all over me.
I turn over my shoulder. I'm like,
yeah.
beware! Oh, woe be unto you who would cast this curse upon you and your kin.